Hello people of the internet, it is I, Soulrack Dragon here, back with more Fate Stay Night Remaster, where we are still on the Heavens Feel route. Day 14 of it. It is quite the long route. I feel it's probably longer than all the others. I'll show you when I go to the actual route itself, but there's a lot more content. More interludes, just more in general, which is a good thing, you know. I'm glad that there's more. It is making things interesting and definitely a lot different than the movies. But before I officially begin, please, for me, if you're watching this on YouTube, please be sure to like this video, comment down below if you have anything to say at all, subscribe to the channel, that shows that you really like me, and it lets you know when new videos come out. And if you want to catch me live, you can check the description down below where there are links to the Twitch and Discord, where you can follow or join to get those notifications for when I go live. But without further ado, let us load Day 14. Getting up to church. Must be a Sunday if we're going to church. Must be a Sunday. Though I honestly don't know, you know. I've kind of not been keeping track because they've not really been going to school. Servant Eater is Day 14's name. They've really not been going to school for past few days. I wake up at the usual time. Oh, that's right. Before I do that, like flowchart wise, I mean, I can't zoom out as much, but... And Day 14 is not the best... Day 13 is not the best example, but... A lot of the days... Like, look at the gap there. And look how many more scenes this day had. That's just one example, of course. The bigger, overarching flowchart is probably a better comparison to show just how much more content-dense Heavens Feel is. Hey, Janice, welcome to the stream. Happy things, happy things. It isn't 6 o'clock yet. The dim sky is on the cusp of dawn and covered in a gray blanket of clouds today. My left arm doesn't hurt. Yay, Shiro's left arm, well, his left arm doesn't hurt because his left arm doesn't exist anymore. The more accurate statement would be to say that heroic spirit Emiya's arm doesn't hurt. No, Day 14. Hey, Mordred! Welcome, it's been a while, man. It has been a while. How be things, how be things? Ever gotten a double angry mango? Nope. Never have I ever gotten a double angry mango. But how be things, Mordred? It has been a while. I should make breakfast before Tosaka wakes up. Nice. Is that NP5 angry mango, or is that beyond the NP5? The news is on TV. It's become our habit to check the TV every morning. Nothing particularly conspicuous happened. Must have not come out last night. She means the Black Shadow. Really, Shiro? I had no idea what she was talking about. NP50 or something. Good gracious. That's quite the high NP. But still, Angry Mango is rarer than a non-rate up SSR, so that is like one of the rarest rolls you can get. I guess even that thing needs a day off. I answer Ghibli to hide my relief. Yeah, probably can't keep causing hundreds of victims for more than a couple days in a row. It's past 7 o'clock. Tosaka and I are the only ones in the living room. Sakura and Ilya are both still asleep. I wanted to go wake up Ilya, but Tosaka said to let her rest. 2 angry mangoes every 2 million FP, so 1 every 1 million. I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember how much FP it is to roll because I've not rolled on Friend Point Gacha in months, if not more than a year. So I kind of don't remember that. It's 2000 FP, right? You should rest to be ready for tonight. Tosaka suddenly says that. Why? Because you're gonna make our secret weapon. We'll spend the entire day making the frame and then project it tonight. It's going to decide whether we win against Zauken. I'm not letting any more innocent people get hurt. I have no idea what the Shadow is, but the Holy Grail War will end once we take out Zauken. That should cause the Shadow to disappear too. 0.01. Okay, so that's about the same as a non-rate up SSR then. I think. That sounds about right. About the same as a non-rate up. It's only 200? Oh, damn. I was way off. Oh, Reen. Poor, ignorant Reen. The shadow's not gonna stop with Zaukin's defeat. You think the shadow will disappear once the Holy Grail War is over? Yeah, whatever's behind that thing, it's clearly after the Holy Grail. Rin. She's not... I mean, we can't give her too much flack. She doesn't know the full story, I suppose. But still... Ah, it's 2000 per 10 roll. Okay, I knew 2000 was something. I don't know whether it wants the Holy Grail or if the Holy Grail summoned it, but if it was caused by the Holy Grail regardless, then it should disappear if the Grail's gone. It'll disappear once time runs out on the war, once there's only one master left, or once the person meant to become the Holy Grail's vessel dies. You. Damn. She's known all along who the Shadow is, hasn't she? I'm just speculating right now. Maybe it won't disappear even if we defeat Zaukin. Maybe it won't disappear even if the Holy Grail War ends. But I'm gonna take the surest method I know. We can't depend on a Holy Grail that we're not even sure we'll obtain. We have to do everything within our own power to defeat Zaukin and the Shadow. With that, Tozaka stands up. She takes the water pitcher and pajamas that I'd prepared for Sakura. I was about to say the pajamas, but... Hey, what are you trying to do with those? I'm gonna keep an eye on Sakura. Her room's next to mine, so I'm the best person to... Hold up. So... Then, does that mean that Rin overheard the fact that Shiro was about to murk her last night? And what does that say about the route where Shiro does try to murk her and gets murked himself by Ryder? What does that say about that? I mean, I guess it makes sense why Sakura goes to Shiro's room then for mana transfer. Well, here's the thing, Mordra. I don't really need free grails. I'm gonna pull it up because why not? Yeah, Sakura does tend to go to Shiro's room for the mana transfer stuff, so I guess it makes sense now why. She does not want to hear that. She does not want to hear Rin, you know. She does not want Rin to hear her. Although, given how she wants to sort of make sure Rin does not have Shiro, wouldn't it make more sense for her to invite him to her room so that way Rin knows Shiro is off limits? I don't know if I'm thinking about that in a weird way or not. But yeah, I don't think I need any more grails. I have 84 grails, you know. So I don't think I'm lacking. No, I should be the one to... Don't be stupid, Shiro. You haven't been sleeping at all. It's gonna be a problem for all of us if you stay in that condition. I can't give you my grails, though, man. I can't give you my grails. There's no way to transfer them. Plus, I am actually going to be using a lot of them, because with Melt finally reaching Bond 15, I'm starting to bond up all the waifus, and it's occurred to me that I probably should grail them all up as well to 120. So that is 10 for Lambda, 10 for Jolter, 10 for Aresh, 10 for Achan, and then there's their other variants as well that I've got to use grails, so I'm going to be using like more than half my grails, and I need to keep a reserve of grails for when they finally let me start grailing MASH. I swear, they need to let me grail MASH. I have so many embers in reserves, so that way when they give me the chance to grail MASH, I can get her right up to 120, hopefully. Hopefully. I think I'm actually going to check that real quick as well. Question mark, or ... question mark. I currently have, hang on, second archive. I think my second archive is full. I have how many? So that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 75, 80... I have about 1,020 5-star embers waiting in the wings for when I can upgrade MASH to 120. What does she mean I haven't slept? You're the one who sounds stupid. I got a full night's sleep yesterday. Wow, I can't believe you still aren't aware of it. If you think I'm lying, go take a look in the mirror. You're deathly pale and got rings around your eyes like a raccoon. I'm doing you a favor by taking care of Sakura. Well, wait, really? Why would I lie to you about that? Just go rest in your room, man. I'll come get you when the sun goes down. That's maybe level 110? I mean, I don't have any more room in the second archive. My second, outside of all of the old free servants, my second archive is full of 5-star embers. There's literally no more room. If you can't sleep, I can give you a hand. If you're okay with me copying what Ryder did, I'll do you a favor and that you'll regret the next day. Reen. You know, you might want to be careful with what you imply there, because Ryder certainly did something to Shiro that while he was sleeping. So, I mean, you might want to watch your words there, Reen. You might want to watch your words. You grail servants to 120 because you run out of ember space. It's gonna be a pain to grail up every waifu to 120, isn't it? Truly, truly a pain. I mean, I can't even say I'm gonna be using the Lotto embers for grailing, because Lotto embers are going to leveling up, so... She must be talking about Ryder's Mystic Eyes, but as far as I know, Tosaka doesn't have any Mystic Eyes of her own. So she's saying, you'll experiment on me. That's right, I wasn't really interested in them before, but Mystic Eyes don't seem so bad. I can't get on her level, obviously, but I might be able to improvise and hypnotize you to sleep. Liar. I don't believe that for a second. You just want to practice on me until you're satisfied. What's wrong with that? So how about it, Shiro? Yes or no? Hell no. I won't play along with your scary experiments. Plus, if I pass out in the middle of the day, I won't wake up until tomorrow. Alright. If it goes too well, I might paralyze you instead of just putting you to sleep. You haven't got much resistance after all. She nods at her own logic. I want to argue, but I won't, because she'll probably just ask, so you wanna? Yeah, 3. That's when I tend to do... That's when I did Melt's levels to 120, was on the extra success chances. But lately, like, just general servants, I've been leveling them up quite nicely, actually, whenever I have the spare embers in my base bank. I'm really gonna have to struggle to make those embers. I mean, I have time. I have no idea if MASH is even able to get to level 120 yet. They've got to have let her get to 120 though, right? Right. There's no way. Like, it was recently the 10th anniversary of FGO. There's no way that it was not like a 10th anniversary present to allow MASH, the banner servant of FGO, the ability to go to level 120. Or at least level 100. I'm not that high-strung anyway. I can sleep if I feel like it, so don't worry about me. Okay, so you'll take a nap while I go watch Sakura. She does a 180 from her joking tone and fixes me with a serious gaze. Shiro walked right into that one. I want to be at Sakura's side. I want to stay with her as much as I can, but there are things that need doing, so I shouldn't see Sakura if I look as bad as Tosaka says I do. Things that need doing. Sleeping, yes. I can trust Tosaka to take good care of Sakura, so I'll accept her goodwill. Yeah, I'll be in my room for a little while. I'll bring lunch and dinner to her, but can I ask you to take care of her in the meantime? Sure, leave it to me. If she tries to move around at all, I'll scold her and make her go back to sleep. Can you really sleep on your own, though? Are you sure you don't want me to try something? You just don't give up. I refuse to go along with your sketchy plan. Still, thanks, Tosaka. Sorry I made you worry. It's not like I'm worried or anything. I'm going now, so make sure you sleep, Shiro. Honestly, sometimes I can't tell if she's perceptive or oblivious, if she's nice or cold. I've heard that naturally gifted people tend to leave others in the dust, and maybe that applies to her too. Sakura has it rough. If Tosaka was my big sister, I'd never feel at ease with myself. Shiro, you are not at ease around Tosaka, around Reen, no matter what. Like, even in Unlimited Blade Works, where you are pretty much dating her. You're still not at ease around her, man. She knows how to get under your skin. I mean, not really. It's only like a year and a half away. I bet they would have a lot of fun every day, though. Yeah, that's why I want them to return to being sisters as much as possible. Once this war ends and the arrangement between Tosaka and the Matou goes away, Sakura and Tosaka can go back to see... Shiro, just call her Rin at this point. It won't be easy to overcome 11 years of separation, but I hope they can slowly close the distance and get along well enough to smile together without forcing themselves to. I'll do anything I can to help. I've thought this for a while, but I think this is the greatest gift we can give Sakura. That goes for Rin, too. I think Sakura's the only one who can make her worry the way she does now. Oops. Catch myself imagining Rin's happy, smiling face. Sorry, Sakura. Okay, I'm not going to actually scold Shiro here. Because in Sakura's yandere mind, it probably does count as cheating to think of Rin smiling and happy. To yandere Sakura, that is probably a true statement. I'll give Shiro props there. I will give Shiro props there. Never mind that. And by the way, what do you mean how many you are on currently, Mordred? How many embers you have backed up, or what? I can't keep wasting time. Rin's gonna challenge Zauken tonight. That's not good. If Zauken goes down, the war will end. If the war ends, the Holy Grail will appear. To be more precise, it will open. Zauken said the Holy Grail is some kind of gate. The thing that grants wishes isn't the Holy Grail itself, but whatever it contains. If that's true, then whatever happens to Sakura... What will happen to Sakura, who's a Holy Grail? According to Ilya, the closer the Holy Grail comes to completion, the more Sakura will cease to function as a human. I've only got the one! In the end, there's only one way to save her. I have to protect Sakura until the Holy Grail War is over. I don't know how exactly the Grail will manifest. It might show up once only one master is left, or it might need the last master to summon it. If it's the latter, that won't be a problem. We can just defeat Zauken and remove the threat to Sakura, then wait out the time limit on the war. Tosaka said she'd challenge Zauken tonight, which means that he can be beaten. She wouldn't say that unless she had a strong chance of victory. Just leaves one question. The Black Shadow. It won't disappear just because Zauken's gone. It'll keep showing up as long as the Holy Grail, Sakura, is around. Many people will die each time it appears. Waiting the war out would mean letting the Shadow keep killing. I have to fight it. I'll beat the Shadow myself. Shiro, you know the Shadow is Sakura. We established it last night when you struggled with yourself over Sakura's body with a kitchen knife. You know the Shadow is Sakura, Shiro. It's the only way. But can I beat it? If it's something that's spilled out of the Holy Grail, then the Shadow itself probably has no concept of death. Even if I could erase it somehow, would that mean erasing the person projecting it, Sakura, or erasing whoever's providing the power to the projector? The person projecting it. Hope nobody like that exists. But I can't think of any other solutions. The Holy Grail's contents. Zauken said he planted broken pieces of the Holy Grail in Sakura after the war 10 years ago. I wonder if that stuff existed back then, too. So tonight, Ilya... I'm guessing you meant Kuro. Melu, Rhines, Abby, Summer Abby, Jack, Lolly Vinci working on Achan, and Benny. Castoria is next. And then Summer Kuro. I very much approve Achan. Very much approve. Achan is awesome. She is my favorite Chuny Sith Lord. With Infinity Gauntlet powers. Oh, hold on. Zauken said the crest worms were created from the fragments of the Grail. Did Kotomine not notice? Mysterious Idol is bonding so she can get 120? Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the thing holding me back from getting all the waifus to 120. I only recently got them all to bond to 10, and now they're on the road to bond 11. And then bond 12, and so on and so forth. I mean, though, who knows? It kind of depends on what the best farming node of the lotto is. If I can 3-core farm it, then I can backline bond farm, so... He extracted the crest worms from Sakura. He only managed to take out a few of them, but he did surgery to treat Sakura's body. There's no way he wouldn't have known at that point. Even if only in name, he's the Holy Grail War's overseer and the master who survived the previous war. Then he definitely would have noticed what was wrong with Sakura. Yeah, I know about the new... I've been running that node. Like, ever since I broke past 1 billion QP, I've been rolling that node. because the bond... I especially need the bond because they provide quartz, and I went piteously dry trying to get Kagetora. Piteously dry. Or Uesugi. I'm always cautious about pronouncing the name because I'm worried I'm going to mispronounce it. I run out the front door. A sudden revelation takes hold of my body, and all I can think of is the priest's face. Yes, Uesugi Kenshin. Uesugi Kenshin. I'm pretty sure that's the pronunciation, but I might be butchering it. Never am good with pronunciations. Damn it, why didn't I realize it sooner? I would have come to this conclusion if I'd just thought about it. Of course he would know what the shadow that Sakura is unconsciously projecting is. And what exactly is inside the Holy Grail. 3 15s, 7 14s, 3 13s, 2 12s, 4 11s. Damn. Yeah, you've gone beyond what I've done with bonding. That's for sure, Mordred. You've gone far beyond me. Did Shiro just go outside? The noise from the front door makes Reen look up in surprise. Peering through the window, she can indeed see someone running off in the street. That moron. He didn't listen to a word I said about resting. She stops mixing the drug and stands up in a hurry. It's important to have Sakura drink this, but the priority is to stop Shiro. This is even worse than talking to a wall. He has no idea how weak he is right now. She goes down the stairs. She needs to hurry out the front door and chase after Shiro. Wait, his house has stairs? I thought his house was a one-story. Heck, aren't most traditional Japanese houses one-story buildings? I think. I honestly don't know. I just feel like that's something I've heard somewhere. But first, she should warn Sakura before she leaves, just in case. At first, she was going to take the drug with her, but she still hasn't given Sakura the water pitcher and pajamas, nor taken her temperature. Shiro's recklessness is irritating, but she won't be in any position to scold Shiro if she neglects Sakura. Can tell she's sleeping from here, though. It's only been about a minute. Shiro's bound to run out of breath and stop halfway down the hill. He can't run a kilometer in his condition. And he calls me dangerous? You're the biggest danger because you're so clueless, dummy. Anyway, she needs to catch up to him right away. Right now, she's the most able person in the Amiya household. It's only responsible of her to take the extra energy taking care of her exhausted friends. Sakura, coming in. She goes into the room without waiting for an answer. Sakura's not actually there, is she? Stepping out for a bit. I'll be right back, so behave. I'll leave a change of clothes here. She stops before she can finish her sentence. Alright, you sure got me, Sakura. Reen punches the wall so hard she might break it. Sakura isn't in her bedroom. Someone else is lying in the bed. How despicable, Rider. A servant pretending to be her master in bed. I don't like it either, but it was an order. This is due to your carelessness, so I appreciate you not taking it out on me. You've gotten some nerve saying that when this is completely on her. She audibly grinds her teeth. So when did Sakura slip out? Potentially in the middle of the night? I'm gonna guess Sakura slipped out in the middle of the night, shortly after using her last command spell on Rider. And if this is gonna follow movie trajectory, I know where she's going, so we might see that scene here today. Her hostile glare slides off Rider's serene attitude. Rin Tosaka, if there is next time, you should set a better lookout. A kingfisher familiar cannot fool Sakura. She may not be her equal in skill, but her instincts are just as sharp. Right, thanks for the warning, though this sounds more than just a warning given the situation. Of course, Sakura told me to not let you leave until she came back. She clicks her tongue in the dimness. There's nothing she can do now. Rin can't defeat or escape from Rider on her own. All she can do is stay as Sakura wants. I'm so annoyed. I was trying to help him because he can't do this on his own, but he's going to end up trying anyway. You're not going to resist? How gracious, if unexpected. I just need to not leave the house, right? I can't beat you, so I'll wait here until Sakura comes home. 13-18 bond. Okay, that's not too bad. That's pretty close to what the node gives, isn't it? The best bleached earth node. And by the way, Mordred, how have things been? Because like I said, we kind of got detracted there, but it's been a while since you've been in stream. Rin makes a show of sighing and leans against the wall. She doesn't feel like fighting right now. Her shoulders go slack and she looks down. You know, Ryder, she's never coming back. Even if she does, she won't be the Sakura Mato we know anymore. The mage's icy voice prophesizes a terrible future. Serene is aware of the shadow. Shiro kind of sussed that out, but she's trying to put on an optimistic front for Shiro and not so much for... Oh, wow! Back-to-back interludes. Okay. Her lungs are on fire. Her heart's been drumming a warning signal for some time within the confines of her chest. Squeeze. Why the squeeze? Like, you don't necessarily think of squeeze when you think of heart sounds. It cries out in protest as it vomits blood through her body like an old man groaning that he's on his last legs. That's good to hear, Mordred. That's good. Also, that is a very unique description for how a heart functions. Though, honestly, that's kind of metal. The heart protests as it vomits blood through the body from being strained too much. That's actually a really... That's a potentially really good line. Like, that's a good descriptor for a heart pumping faster, saying the heart is vomiting the blood through the body. I like that descriptor. Oh, it's like almost a third. Damn. Her throat is in pain. Each breath feels like swallowing thorns. It's so terrifying. She can't breathe. She's low on oxygen, but she suicidally stops herself from breathing. Without oxygen, her arms and legs can't move very well. She's made it this far on unsteady legs, but she could collapse at any time. Yeah, that's true, Mordred. I even brought it up a while ago. It's almost always half AP for Bleached Earth Quest. It's kind of ridiculously hilarious. The thought gives her a burst of strength. She can't let herself fall here. It would defeat the whole point of sneaking out. I'm going to settle my own unfinished business right here, right now. She can't stop, even if she and the old man who turned her into a master end up killing each other. She gets her breath under control. It's going to be all right. This won't be that hard. It might be for anyone else, but not for her. She just needs to look the old man in the face like she does when they're eating together, shake her head, and say, no. Then his schemes will come to an end. She doesn't consider what will happen to her after she denies the fiend's will. If she does, she won't be able to go through with it, so she doesn't think too hard about it. Fortunately, her memories are becoming less clear by the second. The fear isn't so bad, since she won't even remember what's going to happen next. The lack of music is adding some creep factor. You recently got broke, spent all your QP. I spent all my quartz. And I had to tap into the forbidden technique of card fu in order to get more, to get Uesugi Kenshin. It's been several days since she was back in her house. She walks through the dark rooms, using the walls for support. She searches her scattered memory, but she can't remember a time when this house was ever bright. The house is the same as usual. It's wicked, corrupt, and sticky like it always is. Spent all your quartz around the summer event. I went pretty dry in summer as well. Summer Melu is the only one that came home early for me. But I was pretty quartz broke until, like, recently. I've only recently broken up the one bill. And it was the raids that probably helped that. But no. Why? This isn't what she expected. Her grandfather isn't here. She can't sense any of the bugs in the building. She looks through the empty rooms, trying to support her failing body. This is strange. This is strange. This is strange. The old man isn't in the Mateau mansion. His laughing voice isn't in the basement. Oh, why? It doesn't make sense. Zaukin Mateau, grandfather, wants to take me back. I thought he wouldn't make a move as long as I was at the Emiya house. So now is his best chance. If I'm alone, he should show up and try to turn me into a holy grail. So, where is he? Her consciousness grows faint. That won't do. She needs to find Zaukin before she falls asleep, before Shiro Emiya acts. I mean, I'm at over 200 lures, so to be fair, I only get most of my servants to 666. I have a lot of servants that I could be getting to 10, 10, 10. She needs to find him and end all this. It would all be over if she met him, so why? Why isn't he here today of all days? I know, but of course he's aware. He's always watching me no matter how far I am or where I hide. He'll always find me. He could easily capture me right now and make me do what he wants. He won't care whether I want to or not. He's always treated me as nothing but a tool. But why? There's no way he's unaware. It doesn't matter that the priest reduced the number of worms in my body. They were just insurance. That old man has other ways of tracking me, of knowing my physical condition. He's even listening to my heartbeat. He knows that I left Ryder and came here alone. After all, he's always Sakura. Wow. Zaukin is always Sakura. That is the plot twist of the century. Oh, man. Zaukin is always Sakura. Biggest plot twist of the game so far. And that turns all of those mana transfer scenes very creepy. Very, very creepy. I mean, to be fair, Shiro's already a degenerate, considering how much he gets off on his blood being drank, so... A voice comes from behind her. It's... The instant she turns to face her brother's voice. Interlude and consciousness out. But yeah, I probably will be leveling up more servants to 10 on their skills. It kind of depends on the material cost. I arrive at the church after running without stopping even once. I started feeling short of breath on the way down the hill, but it passed by the time I got to the intersection. Physically, I feel surprisingly good. I ran nearly 5 kilometers from home to the church at full sprint, even if it was the shortest route. Right, this is no time to be impressed with myself. I go into the church. If Kotomine's known about this all along, then I'll make him spit it out with all the force if I have to. Damn. That definitely explains the QP deficit you're facing, Mordred. That definitely explains it. The priest is in the chapel. He looks as if he's been waiting for me. What's the matter, Shiro Emiya? I didn't think you the type to turn to God when trapped in a corner. Have you come to convert? He greets me flippantly. Cut the crap. I don't have time to deal with it right now. If you want a conversation, have it by yourself. Oh, I see. There is indeed little time to waste. You did well to make it all the way here with that body. This will be a long discussion. Join me in the back. It must be difficult to talk while standing. No, no. Long discussion, no. No more long Kotomine lectures, no! I'm fine right here. Answer me, Kotomine. I mean, I don't know, man. Shiro Emiya is a degenerate. You know, he gets off on his blood being drank. It wouldn't surprise me if it was the worms. Truly would not surprise me if it was the worms. Did you know Sakura was a holy grail? Of course, I saw what was inside her when I opened her up. It was apparent that she was a dark holy grail fashioned by Zauken. He answers bluntly. It's like his face is saying, so what? Do you know what that means? My blood boils. I told myself I need to stay calm, but Kotomene's words light my temper white hot. Yes, probably more than you. If Sakura lived, she would go on to kill many people. That is why I warned you and asked you whether she was worth allowing to live. I pause. That's true. He did give me a warning back then. He saved Sakura and told me it was a mistake to let her live. Fine, then why did you save her? I just wanted to protect her, but you have no reason to do that, do you? I do have a reason. Like you, I did not want her to die. I could not allow the life gestating within her to die. All humans die, and that applies to Sakura as well. If her life had been the only one in danger, I would have never gone to such lengths. What do you mean if it was only her? Okay, it is so good that Shiro Emiya is an idiot, because I'm sure if anybody else was told, you know, I would not have saved her if it weren't for the life that was building inside her. If it was anyone else, they would think Sakura is pregnant. But Shiro Emiya is so dense. Like, wow. Also, this means Kotomene is pro-life. Interesting. For somebody who murders a lot of people, he is apparently pro-life. So this guy's saying he saved Sakura to let the shadow live? Exactly, Shiro Emiya. Creatures can die when they are wounded. That is natural law, but I cannot kill something that might be born. That is trying to be born. You protected Sakura Mato to save her. I saved her to save the darkness she was pregnant with. That is my reason. Our objectives may have been different, but we both wanted Sakura Mato to live. Does that answer satisfy you? I'm not unsatisfied. Whatever he was thinking, we needed his help back then. Until that, he used up his entire magic crest to say... Okay. He's... His first response to being told Sakura is pregnant with darkness, he completely glosses over it. Shiro. I have no... I honestly... I thought he was supposed to be the smartest possible in Heaven's Feel. If anything, this is the dumbest he's felt in all of the routes. I should be grateful for the outcome. I'm not interested in what you were thinking, but tell me this, Kotomene. You know what that thing is, don't you? Actually, Mordred, that line was never said in the visual novel. That line is apparently a Studio Dean original. It was first said in the original FSN. I was lied to for so many years. The shadow threatening the town, you mean? I have a few ideas. What about you? What do you think its identity is? Zauken said it's the contents of the Holy Grail. That whatever's inside the Grail is coming out through Sakura. You asked him directly then. I see, that does sound like something he would think. But can you completely trust what he says, that the shadow is leaking out from the Grail through Sakura, and that it will continue to slaughter as long as she lives? I'll check to see what my best material is. Like hell I trust him, but what he's saying lines up. I can't deny there's a connection between Sakura and the shadow. Yes, Zauken's explanation was not false, but he also has not told you the entire truth. Let's see, 1,024 golden apples is currently the highest, though it's tied with the red gem of archers. 1,038 poison needles. It looks like poison needles is my biggest material at 1,038. My chain count is 517. The power which fills the Holy Grail is colorless, you see. Because it lacks any color or will, it would never do anything such as attacking people on its own. Power without direction simply disperses without anything to focus it. Oh. That's true now that he mentions it. So why is this thing leaking out of Sakura attacking people indiscriminately? What do you mean? Why is it attacking people then? It's quite obvious. There is something which kills people within the Holy Grail. It is the only possible explanation. Something which kills people? It's in the Holy Grail and eating away at Sakura? My vision jars for a moment. I deny that anything so absurd could possibly exist. But, wait. Didn't I see something exactly like that with my own eyes 10 years ago? That's crazy. If the Grail's power is colorless, then it would never try to kill people. Yes, it would have been inconceivable. A contradiction that was never designed to do. Regardless, it lurks within the Holy Grail. I told you that 10 years ago, Kiritsugu and I survived and fought over the Holy Grail. At the time, the Holy Grail's contents had been contaminated by something. Its power, which should have been colorless, had for whatever reason been transformed into a vortex bent on killing humans. Still, its magnitude was indeed enough to grant any wish. It has not lost its function as a wish granter. Damn. You really got them bones, the proofs, in fact. You got a... How did you have so much, man? The only problem was its fortunate existence as something which used evil to highlight good. It caused the tragic fire 10 years ago. While I was willing to accept it despite that, Kiritsugu refused to acknowledge such evil and destroyed it. The result was obvious. My servant was bathed in the tainted contents of the Holy Grail, and the mud was spilled out onto the Grail, set fire to the town, killing many people. I believe you have first-hand experience of that sight. I guess I will see. I still am feeling like 100 boxes might be what I go for this. I feel like 100 boxes might be my minimum for Christmas this year. Yeah, I watched it happen. I saw the root of all this destruction with my own eyes. Excuse me. Then that black hole was the opening, the gate which we call the Holy Grail. How ironic, it is a chalice meant to collect the purest and greatest of souls. All it took was a single drop of poison to taint that pure vessel. It was colorless, as you know. No matter how vast or unfathomable it was unable to tolerate even a single foreign element. It's all going to depend on how effectively I can farm. I hope I can 3-term farm with Lam, but we'll see. Foreign element. Is that what changed the Holy Grail? Most likely. During the third ritual, the Ainsburn summoned something forbidden. In doing so, they introduced an impurity into their Holy Grail. For 50 years, between the third and fourth wars, that impurity awaited its birth in the Holy Grail, but it was never allowed to emerge. The fourth war was too abrupt. While it was still incomplete, time ran out while Saber and Archer were still intact. Then Kiritsugu destroyed the gate as soon as it opened. Impurity, is that who the Shadow is? You would be wrong to consider it a person. The contents of the Holy Grail are still pure power, even if it is tainted. It is magical energy with an orientation. It is a great vortex of curses, utterly specialized in killing humans. An evil manifestation of human malice, which has no desire to mix with anything else. That is the identity of the phenomenon within the Holy Grail. The shadow which roams at night. It is an unborn fetus which would not even cast a shadow if not for Sakura Mato. 3 bronze apple? Oh wait, 1 box gives you 3 bronze apples. Bleh. My brain had a fart there. An unborn fetus? You gotta be kidding me. Sakura has to give birth to a strange thing like that? No, no. If Sakura had been properly constructed Holy Grail, her body would not give birth to it. But she is special. That thing is eating away at her. The gate of becoming the gate itself. Plus, I mean, I do have over 1,000 golden apples, so I don't really think the bronze apple thing is going to be too big of a concern. In passing its own power to Sakura, it is trying to exist in this world. It is attempting to make its own birth happen, to become something from nothing. To begin with, it is power without a physical body. It does not require a human body. Someone simply needs to inherit the power in order for it to exist in this world. The Holy Grail's contents are not leaking out now. It is a devil attempting to reach its own birth by infiltrating Sakura. That is why the shadow is not the contents of the Holy Grail. Fair enough, Mordred, fair enough. It is already Sakura Mato herself. Once it consumes its host, once Sakura inherits its power, she will transform into the shadow. Wait. Hold on a second, Kodamene. I can't keep track of everything you're saying. Yeah, just like he can't keep track of, again, the fact that he essentially has insinuated multiple times Sakura is pregnant, and Shiro is just glossing over it. Etherlight, that is the OC1 material, is it not? Proof of heroes and golden eggs. Okay. I think I do need more proofs, too. The Holy Grail was always incomplete. No, the moment someone used the corrupted Holy Grail in the previous war, her contract was signed. This likely would not have happened without Einsburn's Holy Grail. The Grail's contents are cursed, but their host would not have adapted to it. Shut up. You're talking way too much. Just say it simply. For example, you could say that the shadow isn't Sakura's subconscious. That's what Salkin said, but you're implying the shadow is attacking people because that's always been its power. Sakura can't have wanted this to happen. A vortex of curses resides in the Holy Grail, but they never would have gained form without a suitable vessel to contain them. That thing within the Holy Grail connected to a host that could give it definite form. With a normal Holy Grail, such as one made from the Einsburn's gold or a bronze chalice using a mage's body, it would have remained amorphous and indefinite. It is a bundle of curses potent enough to have actual mass. Under some circumstances, it would have multiplied into a great lump of flesh. Hey, he's calling out what happens whenever Shinji becomes a Grail. Okay, interesting. Actually, he's calling... Okay, I mean... Einsburn's gold or bronze chalice using a mage's body. So the Einsburn's gold we see in the Fate route with the amorphous mass, the amorphous mud. We see the lump of flesh in Unlimited Blade works with Shinji. So it would have been an amorphous mass if made with Reen's body as well. That has nothing to do with me. In this timeline, Shiro. Get to the point. Tell me the conclusion. I thought I would save her if I defeated the Shadow. That I just needed to beat it before Sakura turned into the Holy Grail. But if Sakura herself is the Shadow... The curse gained Sakura Mato as its host. In the last war, its sense of touch, which leaked into this world, was embedded into her body. She was raised to have it serve as her magic circuits. The more Sakura opens the gate as a Holy Grail, the more she will merge with the thing inside her. So be at ease. As long as her mind is intact, the Shadow will reign, a Shadow. No matter how tainted she is by the curse, she is in command. As long as she tries to keep the gate closed, it will continue to stay within her, and cannot completely emerge. It is like the relationship between a master and servant. A servant cannot use its power as long as its master does not allow it. No matter how overwhelmingly powerful it may be, it cannot defy their bond of servitude. Sakura's rational mind prevents the curse from fully indulging in its murderous nature. Will she accept the curse as a part of herself, or will her mind break under the enormity of its magical energy? Regardless, the darkness within her will be born. She is already the Shadow itself. Now that the Holy Grail War is in its final days, she will be unable to return to her former self. He's saying that if I kill the Shadow and check its dead body, I'll find Sakura lying there. Essentially, Shiro, yes. I thought my heart just stopped. I clutched my chest hard enough to tear the skin and force myself to start breathing again. How can you That's gotta be a lot of force to clutch your chest to tear skin. Like, good gracious. And if we let Sakura live, that dark shadow will grow and eventually her mind will die. At that moment, hell will manifest on this earth. I doubted she'd be able to hold out in that state, so I must commend you for a job well done, Shiro Emiya. Thanks to you, she is still functioning as a holy grail. Okay, that's not bad, Mordred. That's not bad at all. You still need to get to plus 12, though, so... You want to turn Sakura into a monster. Well, of course I do. No matter what it is, I cannot stop it as long as it wishes to be born. Do not mistake my words, Shiro Emiya. You would call it a monster when it has yet to even appear in this world? Obviously, that shadow's a demon. It's a demon that goes around killing people left and right. Your judgment is premature. We only decide whether something is good or evil after it is born. No one can deny a life before it even exists. That's a fair point, Mordred. That is a very fair point. Through the shirt, and yeah, with the nails. I mean, it also kind of depends on the arm, because, again, if he's gripping it with the Emiya arm, like, Emiya is jacked compared to Shiro, and I still have the mental image of Shiro having his one normal arm, and then the jacked arm of Emiya, so... But yeah, Kotomene, definitely pro-life. Or are you saying you would condemn the child of a criminal and accuse it of the same crimes? Would you execute it before it is ever born? What is he talking about? He himself said that something which kills humans. It's already killing people right now. No, Shiro. Sakura is killing people. You're mistaken. The shadow you speak of is a shade modeled after its host, Sakura. It is a separate entity from the thing which wishes to be born from the Holy Grail. The shadow is merely using Sakura to obtain human lives for its own birth. It's no different from a suckling babe which wishes only to live. It is mindless, so we cannot judge it as good or evil. That's bullshit. People are actually dead, you know? Yes, they are. Those sins must be brought to account, but only after it is born. No one can deny it at this moment. I cannot reject something which has yet to hatch and stand trial in this world. You must understand there is no clear definition of evil in the world. So if we must apply the label, then would it not be unquestionably evil to snuff it out a life before it is even born? My words catch in my throat. Oh man. He's trying to make Shiro a pro-lifer as well. I don't accept his argument to turn Sakura into the contents of the Holy Grail, or rather that he refuses to stop it from happening. But attacking him for what he just said won't change anything, and it won't help Sakura. Kotomene, is your goal to turn Sakura into the Holy Grail? I ask him with menace in my voice. It's already too late to declare war, but I want to know exactly where we are with each other. I said it's why I saved her. If it's going to be born, then I will bless it. Just as you have offered Sakura Mato your aid, I will help her unborn child. Fine, then that makes you our enemy. Of course, however, I don't want to take her life, nor do I desire the Holy Grail's power as Zaukin does. I protect that which is within the Holy Grail, so that it may be born. If its mother rejects her child before it's born, then I must respect her wishes. Kotomene isn't lying. Okay, now I'm more confused. I don't know. Kotomene is a very complicated character. He's very much pro the life being born, but if the mother doesn't want it, he respects her wishes. Interesting dichotomy there, Kotomene. Kotomene is a very complicated man. He doesn't really care about winning the Grail War. All he's interested in is the outcome. He wants to know whether we or Zaukin will survive and see what appears afterward. He doesn't intend to force Sakura's transformation. He said that he would help Sakura when he couldn't do anything to stop her from transforming. Alright, if you're set on watching from the sidelines, then I won't go after you. You did save Sakura, whatever your reasons. That's all I need to know right now. I see. I only saw it as saving the mother, but you may interpret that as you wish. Now, that should conclude your business here. Return to Sakura. She should not be left alone in her condition. That's a fair point, Mordred. That is a fair point. The priest says it out of concern for Sakura's physical, no, her mental health. We're clearly supposed to be enemies now, but it's hard as ever to tell whose side he's really on. One more question, actually. Probably the last thing I'll ever ask you. Oh, then I can hardly decline. Ask your question. Kotomene, can Sakura be saved? That is a fair point too, Mordred. I would not put it past Kotomene to do such a thing. My question changes the atmosphere. The gravity that always seems to surround the priest doubles as he gives me a word of advice. There is a way, though it is only a partial solution. Once she is a complete Holy Grail, her personality will likely disappear. If her mind can withstand the power of the Holy Grail at all, however, it may buy her a short amount of time. I mean seconds, at most. In that interval, one could take control of the Holy Grail and use its power to purge her body of the things infesting it. It is a brute force approach. One need merely use the power of the Holy Grail to kill the crestworms upon which the Grail was built, and the thing inhabiting her body. It may be tainted, but the Holy Grail still functions as a wish-granting device. There is surely nothing which could survive its power if it were directed to kill. This whole war comes back to the Grail. Yes, this entire affair will be settled once one obtains the Holy Grail. But be warned, you would be directing the Holy Grail's power at the Holy Grail itself. Most mages would be unable to handle such power, and you would see the tragedy of 10 years past occur again. That's not all. It would be a mind-shattering task to control the Holy Grail for even a few seconds. Such a feat would be a miracle for you alone. I still have to try. We still got a trick or two up our sleeves. I see. You do have Reen with you. Reen is Sakura's older sister. It'd be easy for her to synchronize her mind with Sakura's and lessen the feedback from the Holy Grail. Until either FSN, Night Rain, or Pokemon is complete, FSN is probably going to be the first thing to give out, honestly, Janice. Although, even after it's done, I might try to do a sponsored stream. Might. Still not sure. Though I doubt she would agree to such an absurd course of action. He's right, of course. My first priority when I get home now is to convince Tosaka. Fine, that's our problem to deal with. See ya. Hate to admit it, but you really helped us out. Can't agree with you, but I'm grateful. Wait, I answered your question, so let me ask you one as well. I stop on the way out. I'm not in the mood for this, but it's better than owing him any more favors. Excuse me. What now? I thought you agreed this would be the last time. Make it short. Well, let us assume you managed to use this method to save Sakura. But is that something you accept, Shiro Emiya? Even if she is no longer the Holy Grail, it does not change the fact that she has eaten other people. Can you defend such a sinner? I halt. This time his words really do make my blood run cold. You would not be the only one who could not tolerate it. Sakura has killed many. I do not think she would forgive herself either. It's difficult to commit sins and live without atoning for them. It may be happier for all involved to resolutely kill her instead. It would certainly be easier and serve to compensate those who had loved ones taken away from them. Yeah. That's where this chain of logic would lead. Doesn't matter how she alone feels about it. No matter what the circumstances were, the victims deserve to see some kind of punishment. If lives were taken, then those they were taken from can never be satisfied until equal price is paid. They would want her killed. If we feel apologetic to those who were lost, then society would dictate that Sakura, the perpetrator, be killed as well. And that's not all. If we fail to save Sakura and she becomes a Holy Grail anyway, then all the brakes will be off. There will be 10 times as many deaths. Just like that day when innocent people died one after another. Fair enough. Janice, I mean, what better place to do it? I swallow the bile rising to my throat. My eyes feel bloodshot, like I could cry at any moment. I take thousands of swords and cut those feelings down. Yeah, it won't make up for anything either. I still swore to protect Sakura. I see, so you're not following Kiritsugu Emiya's footsteps. His voice is calm. The priest looks at me with a bored, even disappointed expression. My old man's footsteps. Yes, your father loved humans. His love for humanity was higher, further, and broader than any other. That is why he turned himself into an absolute evil. I believe that he would have killed Sakura Mato. They're missing a space again! Improper punctuations. There should be a space after that period. Before he was the sort of man who cast off any human. No, that's one. That's one word. Any human? Ani-human? I don't know. I mean, one word there. I don't know how to pronounce this word, guys. Ani-human? Ani-human? Pronunciations for these new words again. I'm not good with pronouncing new words. guys. Like, have you ever seen a word such as this? If there was a space here, then I could pronounce it, but... for shame. And you're different? You would sacrifice the happiness of one person for justice for the happiness of many? No, the things which you call happiness have never given any joy. Huh? That doesn't answer the question. Actually, the musing priest isn't even looking at me. So +3 to Bunnytoria and +3 to Summer Kuro. Fair. Yes, we were different. He abandoned that which he had from the beginning. Well, I never had anything to abandon. Except for your daughter, Kotomene. The outcome may have been the same, but the process could not have been more different. I found his existence extremely unpleasant. His suffering clearly made him unhappy. If he was going to abandon everything, then he never should have had it to begin with. Yet he suffered and abandoned things, only to pick them up again, even though it was the right human thing to do. It was a critical difference between us. Yes, if I was to never have such things, then why was I given life in this world? The priest's musings aren't directed at anyone, but I can feel the anger in his words. It's a show of genuine emotion I didn't think he was capable of. Come to think of it, you were never capable of carrying on his legacy. He was able to abandon that which was precious to him, but you can only hold on to both. You and I are similar. From the moment you died and were revived, you've been broken. Even if it was a acquired trait, we are both inherently flawed people. Broken? You mean that something's wrong with me? You simply haven't yet realized it. You have no concept of self, that's why you obsess over a single life. Or perhaps... It's not that I obsess over many lives, but that I care about all lives as much as I care about one. Yeah. Kirai Kotomene thinks out loud, sounding somewhat envious. No matter. I'll not stop you from savoring Sakura. Go ahead and shoulder your own sins. This is my final warning. If you wish to save Sakura in any form, you must kill Zauken. He plans to take over her empty body once her mind is gone. If that happens, it will be impossible to bring her back. Zauken wants to take over Sakura's body? Shiro? We already have had that revelation. In fact, we already know. Zauken has been Sakura all along. Yes, he's an insect which parasitizes human bodies. I don't know which insect contains his mind and soul, but it is easy for him to transfer himself to a new body as long as it is intact. He's immortal in a way. He'll never completely disappear unless you find the main body which anchors his soul, or cleanse his soul itself. Okay, that's one less thing to worry about, actually. It means I have to kill him no matter what. It is quite simple, yes. Your next steps are to defeat Zauken and make Sakura the victor. Then control the Holy Grail once it appears and use it to cleanse Sakura's body. I nod reluctantly. He is right. It's good to keep things simple. This is only my personal opinion, but Sakura's body is stronger and more suitable to the Holy Grail's curse than expected. She is the yin to Rin's yang. If Zauken made an oversight, it would be this. The shadow spurred Sakura's growth further than Zauken anticipated. That is why he took action against you. Protect Sakura. If she can endure the shadow's growth, then she may not die as a womb. And now, without saying anything else, Kotomene's goal is Sakura's transformation, but that's still a lot better than anything Zauken has planned. Just saying, but this isn't your fight. I'm not going to let that shady thing grow. That's the spirit. Do not by any means let her fall into Zauken's hands. I snort and head for the door. I'm done with this place. I need to get back to Sakura soon. Alright, I'm going to run a quick ad break. I've got to take care of something real quick, so 1 minute ad. I said 1 minute ad. Okay. Too bad there's not a 30-second ad. Because otherwise, I could have ran a 30-second ad. Oh well. I can take a quick drink now. Delicious H2O. Alright, and ad should be done. Welcome back from the ad break. Had to run and do some laundry stuff real quick. So we continue. It seems like Shiro has gotten home. Huh? When I get back to the house, the first thing I feel is a terrible chill. Nothing seems particularly out of place, nor do I sense any danger. I just have a vaguely cold sense of foreboding. The living room is empty. Ilya is sleeping in the tatami room. Tosaka's getting ready for the projection in her guest room. As for Sakura... I'm coming in. I announce myself and reach for the doorknob. The chill runs down my back again. Something feels wrong, something missing, but I shake off the hunch and open the door. I catch sight of Ryder for an instant before she vanishes like a ghost. Behind her, the bed Sakura is supposed to be sleeping in is unoccupied. The lights turn on. I blink at the sudden illumination. Welcome back. I won't ask where you've been, but you sure took a while. What's going on? Sure you can tell. Sakura left the house on her own, and I've been stuck here staring at them in a staring match with Ryder. She probably got told not to lay a hand on you the second you came in. She went into spirit form and ran outside. What? Reen's voice is calm. No, it isn't. This isn't the voice of someone composed. Her cold, flat tone sounds like she's given up. You said Sakura went outside. She really did. Looks like she left before you did, so it's already been 2 hours. I don't know what she thinks she's doing in her state, but she probably won't listen to us now. Ryder stopped me when I was about to go to look for her, so I bet she feels ashamed of what she's doing. That's crazy talk. Sakura wouldn't... Thank you for cutting yourself off, Shiro. I can't say for sure that isn't true. Sakura's nightmares... I could never understand how Sakura feels about her steady deteriorating health. Presumably so. Although, it's hard to have a staring contest with someone when the other person has a blindfold on, I imagine. Anyway, we need to bring her back if we let her go out alone in her condition. More people will die. She'll suck up magical energy from anyone around her, just like when she attacked me at school. Plus, remember how the shadow didn't leave a single victim behind last night? She must have been real hungry. She looks slightly away and goes quiet. Her eyes seem to say, "It's over, Shiro." You. I agree we should look for Sakura. But if we find her and she isn't Sakura anymore, you know what we have to do. That won't happen. Sakura's still... sane? Can't you tell she was at her limit? Give it a rest already, Shiro. If you keep covering for her, then you'll become the first one to die. Save the speculation. I'm gonna bring her home. That's all. I'll argue with you after that's done, so shut up for now. Hey, wait, Shiro. I run down the hall. I don't even have time to wonder where Sakura is. It's over, Shiro. I run with all my might as if to deny what she was saying. Shiro, are you going to look for Sakura? But then, I hear an unexpected voice just as I reach for the door. When did she show up? You know, that is something else rather interesting. Like, in the Fate route, Ilya has a much more trollish demeanor. In Unlimited Blade Works, you know, she kind of does just die and has a bit more of tragic. And in this one, she's a lot more mature acting. Like, I get Heaven's Feel is supposed to be a lot darker of a route, so having the little bit of mischief that Ilya has not be present does make sense. Especially with that haunting song she sung the other day, that other stream. Like, makes sense, but it's interesting to see this side of Ilya more. Ilya's watching me from afar as if there's a wall between us. Answer me. Are you going to go look for her? I nod. Ilya's voice is strained. Her resignation is different from Reen's. Maybe she can feel exactly what Sakura's going through as a fellow Holy Grail. Okay, Shiro, Sakura left on her own because she didn't want you to see her. She did it to protect you. She's scared and she doesn't want to die, but she wants to sell things on her own, as a Holy Grail. The Sakura you love is gone. She went out alone to erase herself. Ilya's eyes bore straight into mine. I return the gaze and shake my head firmly. Excuse me. I won't let it happen. Even if Sakura isn't herself anymore, there's only one thing for me to do. I see. Shiro, Sakura and I each have another self inside us. It's a version of me you don't know, and a version of Sakura that isn't what you think. Sakura won't come back now that she's changed. She's a different person. Are you still afraid to kill her, Shiro? Ilya asks me a question. Ilya is referring to Kuro, so Kuro is present even in the original FSN, though honestly speaking, it would not surprise me if that statement there is the basis for Kuro. Like, another her that's inside of her, you know? Ilya asks me a question very quietly. The Holy Grail is something people created. She's telling me that it was made to be broken, so I shouldn't hesitate to destroy it. When Ilya talks about herself like that, all I can hear is Sakura's name instead. I'll ask you one more time. Are you still going to look for Sakura? I don't know what feelings are behind that question, so I answer as honestly as I can. Yeah, I'm gonna go find her. Sakura is still Sakura to me. That goes for you too, Ilya. You're still you, even if you turn into something I don't understand. No matter how this ends, if you're still somewhere in there, then you're the Ilya I know. To be honest, it's hard for me to understand, but that's how I feel. I reach for the door. She went to find Zouken. That's the only place she would go. Her voice guides me from behind. Alright. Wait here at home, Ilya. I'll bring Sakura back. I leave the house entrance. Ilya keeps watching me go from afar. Interlude? No, no interlude. I arrive at the Matteau mansion. I'm not winded at all. I should be tired after running this morning, but my body feels completely fine. It's open. My finger stops before ringing the doorbell. Did someone enter or leave? The front door lies partially ajar and the inside is terribly quiet. There's no sign of anyone here. The house is even more dreary than it was yesterday. I don't find anyone on the first floor. Very real possibility. The only sound I hear is my echoing footsteps. I make my way upstairs, the floorboards creaking beneath me. I'm pretty sure they go 16 days, do they not? The second floor is also empty. I gaze up at the sky through the skylight. I could sense that there was no one living here as soon as I went up the stairs. I stop myself before I go back downstairs. No one living. A sense of dread directs my attention to an open door. Sakura's room. It's Sakura's room. I've seen it once before. Never been inside. When Shinji showed me around before, Sakura pushed us outside, blushing furiously. I think that was 2 years ago. Nothing's changed. It's a girly room, barely decorated at all, which is like Sakura. There... Shinji's dead body is sprawled on the bed. Okay, so are we not gonna see it, like, in the movie, then? No, I think we are, actually. I think we might be seeing it. You sure took your sweet time coming home, huh? The mask falls off the man who was her brother. His sticky plastic smile is gone without a trace. You traitor! You disgraced the Matteau! He screams at her as he closes in. The man glowers viciously at the girl, closing in with sluggish yet threatening steps. The girl twitches in fright. She realizes he's approaching her with hatred and bloodlust. That's right, that's how you should be. It doesn't matter how hard you try to act like a normal person. You're a Mato woman, a lowly, cowardly has-been of a mage. No different from an emotionless doll. He roughly moves in. Oh, stop. She retreats. A long-lost feeling of superiority brings a smile to the man's face. It's interesting they're describing Shinji as a man. He is a boy, at best. And that's why he fails to realize the girl cowering in front of him isn't obedient, like she's always been. A worm, though. Oh no, Zauken's a worm. Shinji's just an insect. He's a POS. He's lesser than a man or a boy to be yeah, exactly. The man is the only one who doesn't see that she's twisting away from him out of sheer revulsion and defiance. Hey, you're pretty feisty today. I see, that's great. I mean, must be in the dumps right now. No, stop it. Stay away from me, Nissan. The girl does everything she can to push the threatening man away. He stops. His extended hand slightly dips, and he stares down at the girl as if encountering something alien. What'd you say? Hey, what'd you just say to me? His voice is shocked. The girl gulps and works up the courage to look him in the eye. I said to stay away from me. I'm not gonna do what you say anymore. Senpai accepted me. He said he'll protect me. I'm not your plaything. The girl desperately tries to squirm out from under the man's oppressive shadow. The hell? His voice is hollow. He stares down at the cowering girl. What the hell? What the hell? Don't give me that shit! His temper explodes. Because of Emiya, you won't do what I say? Who the fuck do you think you are? I'm your big brother, and I make the rules here. You just need to shut up and do what you're told, like always. The dam on his anger is broken, and there's no stopping it. His mind can't take the shock of being defied by someone who's never turned on him before. Take that back, Sakura. You're mine and no one else's. No, you're a place. You're a Mato woman. You have no right to say anything to me. He doesn't know how to stop his anger. The girl glares at him reproachfully with determination in her eyes. He finds her gaze maddening. He doesn't like being stared at so directly. At the same time, he laughs at her powerless resistance. He laughs. He laughs. The brother cackles in delight. That's when she realizes, deep down, what he's thinking. No matter what, he seems determined to ruin my life just to ridicule me. Why? She whimpers. Why is he always like this? She's put up with so much for so long. She's lied to other people and even herself, trying to convince herself that she could still be happy someday. She thought she was happy just being at Senpai's house. And yet, why can't he even let her have that? No, he isn't the only one. She's always thought, always resented. Why? Why does the world hate me this much? She can't put any strength into her limbs. She doesn't feel like resisting, and the man who calls himself her brother leers down at her. Thank you for doing that hysterical laughter for me, game. The girl absently stares up at the man, making a smug, sinister expression. I wish people like this didn't exist. 11 years. She thinks something she's never thought before in all that time. Something whips through the air. The man who'd been bearing down on her limps over. There is a shower of fresh blood. The girl rises and looks wordlessly at the man. He died instantly. Something incredibly sharp hit him in the head. There's some kind of lure, some kind of line leading into his cranium. Marked by flowing red liquid, the line reached his brain, but it's so thin that nothing leaks from the wound. Except for the blood okay. You can't say it was a thin line that leaves nothing leaking from the wound and then have there be blood splatter. It doesn't work like that. Oh. She feels nothing as she looks down at it. The shadow that killed her brother is swaying. It's swaying as the gray sunlight illuminates it. It's hers. Her own sunlit shadow smoothly rises, quivering and swaying. That's why she's the one who did it. She killed her own brother. She understands this, but she feels nothing. She feels nothing. 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 Not hatred, nor fear, nor guilt, nor regret. The only thought in her empty mind is how easy it was. This feels familiar. It isn't the first time. She's dreamed about it plenty of times. Maybe she learned by example because she saw it in her dreams. In her dreams. She's not sure, but she should have done this sooner. If it wasn't going to feel like anything, then she should have done it a lot sooner. That's right, she thinks. Her supposedly absent emotions whispered that it was fun. It was fun. It was fun. It was fun? No, it is fun, but it was fun? When? Where? What? Dream. In a dream. Oh, right. I'm not dreaming. Yeah, that dream. It isn't a dream. The person that goes out every night and kills all the men who approach her is none other than herself. She killed a lot of them. So many. I did it. I killed them all while laughing. It's hilarious. If she doesn't laugh, she'll break. She can't take this unless she laughs. But the more she laughs, the more she falls apart, and her tears won't stop, and nothing starts to matter anymore. It's so funny it makes her stomach hurt. The more she laughs, the stupider she gets. But it feels so good and comes out so easily. Ah, how silly, how absurd, how foolish she is. Her smile twitches. Sweet, twinkling chuckles escape her lips in place of her now motionless brother. And then, after playing with her brother's body for a while, moving it around like a child playing house, she finally gets up from the bed. She stands in front of the mirror, looking at her blood-stained figure. The shadow that's killed so many is standing behind her. Her shadow. Her dark self that's eaten dozens of people. She tried so hard to control herself so that this wouldn't happen. Someone stayed by her side so that this wouldn't happen. She laughs scornfully. There had never been any point to it from the beginning. Looks like I've been slowly going crazy all along. She twirls in front of the mirror. A proud smile adorns her lips. Look, Senpai, I've always been broken. She says in the same tone one might use to ask for a dance. The girl's mind ended there. It was replaced, to be precise. Her subconsciousness, which had always kept a lid on, simply emerged. There's someone else she's speaking to as well. Behind the girl, in the deep darkness, he reveals only his presence. You've killed many people, Sakura. The girl doesn't answer. She doesn't even need to nod. You can no longer live as human. She doesn't answer. That isn't worth responding to either. Accept your shadow. No one can stop you. Seize the Einsburn girl and acquire the Holy Grail. You have no other way to survive. Yes, as you say, grandfather. She nods quietly. Does she anticipate the work to come, or does she merely want to flee from him? She doesn't know her own heart anymore. All she knows is that the moment she accepted her shadow, all the pain she'd ever felt vanished like a dream. It creeps up her body. Starting from her feet, the black mud coats her skin. The pain becomes fire, and it burns her flesh like a curse. Her pale skin turns into something else. Yes, with this, she won't lose to anyone ever again. No one can stop her. She knows for a fact that she's the strongest fighter in this war. She'll defeat everyone who's threatened her just as she always imagined. She trembles. That thought alone fills her with unexpected joy. In the midst of her rapture, one name repeatedly comes to mind. Rin Tosaka, the family member she loves and respects the most. We don't actually see the transformation. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Hey, J6. We just saw not a demonstration of apathy, but of a person breaking. That was more of a trauma response, I think, before her mind fully shattered, rather than apathy. In my humble opinion, at least. But yes, we are at the end of movie 2, and welcome, J6, welcome to the stream, happy things, happy things. I hope that my tone of voice was appropriate for the scene there, because I did try to, I tried to read it all in a little bit more of a creepy or serious tone. compared to normal. Shinji's corpse is on the bed. That's all. What happened here? It shouldn't be possible to glean what happened, but I know she killed him. I can't think straight. Shinji's body, Sakura's whereabouts. It hasn't even been half a day since I held Sakura last night, so how? Why? Oh, if it isn't the Amiya boy. I'd say you did well coming here, but you're a tad late. Yeah, I mean, again, Shiro didn't even react when Kotomene implied multiple times that Sakura is pregnant. Pregnante, one would say. I whirl around at the sudden voice. Nobody's behind me. I know that there isn't anyone in this mansion. This is just Zauken's voice, transmitted from somewhere else. Pregnante. Pregnant? What did you do to Sakura? Nothing at all. As you can see, she's turned the tables on my incompetent grandson. It's hardly anything to make a fuss about. Although, perhaps I shouldn't call him incompetent anymore. He was useless, but he did serve a purpose in the end. He chuckles. I can't see the old mage, but it's clear he's enjoying this. Shinji's purpose? Oh yes, I could not have driven Sakura to such lengths. She despised me a bit too much for that. I needed you or Shinji to break the seal on that dam. Sakura could only accept her own shadow once she lost all faith in the world. This was my mistake, I admit. I underestimated her willpower. I never expected her to grow into such a patient girl. What? My nerves condense. Before I can even comprehend his rambling, my right hand balls into a fist and I instantly open my magic circuit. I would have most preferred it to be if the betrayal had come from you, though. Then she wouldn't have awakened only halfway and would have fully become the shadow in both body and mind. Still, it's only a matter of time. You're gonna go see the Five Nights at Freddy 2 movie after this? That sounds like it could be a fun time. I've heard that if you are a fan of the Five Nights at Freddy's franchise, it reviews very well. The general theatrical people don't like it, but audience reception seems pretty high. I just hope that Iron Lung does not suffer a similar fate. I hope Iron Lung is commercially and I hope that critics and consumers alike enjoy Iron Lung when it comes out. Because Markiplier, I mean, he's put a lot of effort into it. Like, a lot of effort. So I truly hope that his movie succeeds. Still, it's only a matter of time. Oh, I pressed the wrong spacebar. Yeah, I know, it's only a month and a half away. It's surprising that it is spreading so fast. Markiplier has gone international, apparently. Last I heard, at least. He had in Guam, a theater was going to be airing. So, that's interesting. With Shinji's death, she's finally accepted her position. All I need to do now is watch. She will follow her instincts and attack people and destroy herself with her gluttony. My task comes after. I punch him. I punch the voice in the darkness where there should only be a wall with all my might. I thought it was over 1,500 cinemas last I heard. My punch, unconsciously powered by all the magical energy I could ram into it, blasts through the wall, sweeping away the darkness, staining the room. Oh, how fearsome! You crushed all the bugs I left there to monitor the room. My voice won't be able to reach you. Shut up and show yourself, Zauken. I'll rip you apart. Unfortunately, I can't do that. I'm on the cusp of achieving the Makiri's 500-year dream. I can't afford to let you kill me, nor am I ungrateful enough to kill you. Ungrateful? Bullshit! When have I ever helped you? But you have. You raised her splendidly. You taught her how it feels to want someone else. Yeah, it's in 1911 theaters right now. Currently, Iron Lung is featured in 1,911 theaters. So, I mean, I have heard that some UK cinemas are trying to pick it up as well. So, who knows? Maybe Canada will be next before the UK. And then, the world. I thank you, Shira Emiya. The ritual will finally succeed thanks to you. Thus, I will not kill you. I want you to see the fruits of your labor. No one can stop her now. Now that she's killed her brother, she cannot be stopped. The Ironsburn Grail. Once she absorbs that little girl and the archer she took, Sakura will unlock the gate. Then it'll be checkmate. The Makiri will finally achieve our long-cherished dream to recreate the third magic. His laugh is grating. Ooh. Decision! I'm gonna overwrite this. No, this is my only save for day 12. That is my only save on day 12, so I have to overwrite the day 14 start of day save. This will be the first time in years since the last time I watched anything horror-related. Supposedly, Iron Lung has set a record for the most fake blood used in a movie, so that's going to certainly be interesting. Yeah, I think the first choice is probably the better one. Like, I don't see what not forgiving Zaukin has to do with anything. Like, I don't even think it would be a bad end, because he already said all the bugs were destroyed. So, I think just rushing home is for the best. Although, maybe before he rushes home, Shiro should probably dispose of the body of Shinji, because, you know, Shiro's fingerprints are going to be all over are going to be, like, the most recent fingerprints in the house. So, there's a good chance that Shiro could be connected to the murder of Shinji, and, you know, if Shiro's in jail, he can't really save Sakura. Yeah, we're gonna rush home. Wait. They're going to take the Ironsburn Grail. I run. I don't care about Zaukin's cackling. He's just watching me from a safe location anyway. Never mind that old bastard's rambling. Hurry, Shiro Emiya! Sakura has already been darkened. If she catches Ilya, she will devour her without mercy. I run as fast as I can. I don't care if my legs give out. Be safe, Ilya. If it takes 20 minutes to get home from the mansion at full sprint. I run back to Ilya as fast as I can, glaring up at the overcast sky. I really do need to see about reserving a movie ticket for myself. Because I'm pretty sure that there has to be a theater nearby me. Like, when I last checked, like, did a zip code search, the closest theater was a state away from me that was airing it, but I should probably see if any local theaters is going to be airing it. Yes, a lot of interludes. The girl looks up at the sky. I think the 30th. 30th or the 16th? 30th, yes. The gray sunlight clouds her hair and her red eyes are steeped in shadow. Yeah, I'd better tell Shiro once he comes home. Ilya's veil talks out loud to no one in particular. The Emiya house is quiet. Shiro and Rin both went looking for Sakura. Ryder doesn't show herself, as usual, so Ilya's all by herself. The Cup of Heaven, erected in a cave on this very first promised land, 200 years ago. I can feel it activating already. This is the 5th Holy Grail war to take place in the town of Fuyuki. The Holy Grail descends on a different location each time, but this time it's returned to where it began. It's only natural. They use the 4 gates in this land, and each time it fails, they pick a new one. The first was Ryodo Temple. The second was the Tosaka House. The third was the church on the hill. The fourth was that burned field. And this time, it will return to the land it first appeared in. To the land where it all started. To the false utopia where they first enacted this ritual called the Holy Grail War. Holy Grail is filled with the souls of heroic spirits. The miracle they sought was to use these and open the gate, but I never thought there would be something living inside, even if when it wasn't opened. She finds it rather comical. With things as they are, the Einsburns' wish will be for naught. They failed. Whatever happens next, whatever will soon be formed, will be a catastrophe so far removed from what they desired. Why you said J6? I should leave it alone. My job is only to open the way. No one told me to close it. Even if she was willing to try, it's too late now. Sakura now surpasses her as the Holy Grail. The Einsburn Grail cannot interfere with the gate that the Makiri Grail has opened. Zalkin meant to open the same thing, but he opened something different. Only Ilya understands this, along with the other girl turned into the Holy Grail, Sakura. I wonder if Shiro will make it back in time. If he does, we could run someplace far away. She peers up the sky absently. Ah, so if Shiro did not run back, then he might not... Because I'm pretty sure in the movie, Shiro, like, Ilya has to help with the projection project, so Shiro must make it in time, then. She peers up the sky absently. The girl has been having doubts. She's having trouble choosing between her duty and the new found desires in her. But Shiro, no matter what you do, I'm still going to die. The outcome won't change. Only death awaits her, whether she faces the gate as a Holy Grail or runs away. That's why she keeps asking herself what she really wants as she looks up at the gray expanse. And so that's why she doesn't notice. A shadow creeps through the entrance to the house, saying, "I'm home." Did it infiltrate the battlefield around the home, or did the barrier fail to identify her as an intruder? Slowly, she moves from the living room to the backyard without making a sound and reaches the girl's shoulder. That's a lot. That was a long walk, Sakura. Where'd you go? The intruder, Sakura, freezes. She looks away from Ilya, who's right in front of her, and at Rin Tosaka waiting in the yard. Get away from Ilya. I'll shoot you where you stand if you get any closer to her. Everyone here knows that it isn't an idle threat. It won't work, Rin, but if it makes you feel better, then go ahead. Ilya's veil walks out, not looking surprised in the least. Well, Sakura, what if Rin got a hold of one of Kiritsugu's old weapons, and one of his origin bullets? Honestly speaking, that would probably work. Like, truly, would that have been a solution to stop Sakura from going out of, control? Because an origin bullet, like, twists around and destroys the magic circuits of a person that they shoot. Ideally, they are shot at somebody when the person is at the height of using their magic, but, like, if Sakura was shot with an origin bullet, would that sever her connection to the Grail, in a way? I wonder. The ones that are purely post-game, no, you don't get it. I understand ones that are story-related, being shiny luck cutscenes, but why make them shiny luck? Because, they want to make them gift distributions or something, I imagine, J6. That is my guess. She goes to the edge of the yard as if to speculate the face-off between Sakura and Rin. Yeah, you must have been waiting here for me this whole time, Nissan. You predicted that I would come to invite Ilya. Pretty much. Unlike Shiro, I don't have any reason to save you. It was obvious you'd come to take Ilya once things started rolling. Even if you didn't, you had plenty of other reasons to be cautious of her. True, Kiritsugu would have put a bullet straight through her head. But that's Kiritsugu. What if Rin got a hold of his gun and an origin bullet? Would it work? That's the question. The way she says Shiro makes Sakura twitch. She doesn't like it. The open loathing on her face would be utterly alien to anyone who knew her before. You're terrible, Nissan. You're always like that. Deciding everything on your own and making a fool out of me. You look down on me for being dirty because you're so clean. I hate people like you. Hey, Nissan, am I that bad of a girl? Her voice contains no emotion. Reen takes the question in stride. Obviously, you're a huge moron beyond saving from the moment you left this house because you never put any faith in the one guy who wanted to protect Sakura. We don't, honestly. Like, I know the origin bullets were limited in number because they are made from his rib bones, correct? Each origin bullet was made from part of his rib. So, I mean, theoretically, more origin bullets could be made. You know, he could have theoretically made more of them, but, that is essentially what I'm exactly pronouncing it that way. I'm pronouncing it Nissan. I know it's Nissan, but it's a habit, and it takes, like, 6 weeks to break habits, and I don't say it often enough. She snaps back at Sakura. Sakura drops her gaze. The truth of the remark seems to make her genuinely realize her error. But Don't tell me you thought it was for the best. We told you not to go outside. If you didn't agree, you should have talked to us first. You just left without telling anyone all by yourself. You keep making the same mistakes. I'm amazed, honestly. People take advantage of you because you can't even do that part right. Yeah, you're right. That's how it's always been. But Nae-san, I'm not weak anymore. Please, go hide in your house. I'll protect Senpai now. Oh, Nissan. Okay. I did not know that. I knew the spelling was different, but I did not know I was pronouncing older brother. Okay, now that I know that, I will make a conscious effort to correct my pronunciation. Ooh, when did Sakura get tattooed? Man, Elia has tattoos, Sakura has tattoos. An ominous shadow spills out in concert with her icy gaze. Expecting this, Reen takes a slight step back. She doesn't realize that her moment of weakness is the last push Sakura needs. Alright, Mordred, thanks for stopping by. I hope to see you more frequently if you have the capability to do so. It was nice chatting with you, and I hope you have a good one. Oh, look at that smirk. Look at that Sakura smirk. What's wrong, Nae-san? The way you're backing up almost makes you look like you're scared of me. Reen clicks her tongue, realizing her mistake, but it's too late. No. She was never ready to begin with. From the moment Sakura reached for Ilya, it was already over. Okay, so you're not going to go back to your room? Yes, I won't do what you say anymore. Because I'm stronger than you. Okay, that is... like, that expression makes her look completely different. Like, that cool, confident expression. Her whole appearance looks different, I'm not gonna lie. Not even the tattoos, just like the expression on her face. She changes things so much. And I can totally see the melt in this expression. Like, slim the face down. Like, Melt's face is much more angular than Sakura's, just because she is thinner. But this is totally an expression I could see Melt making. Stronger than you, eh? I know that song. That Undertale song. Shadows Leap. Yeah, honestly, I could get a tattoo if I wanted. And when I was 18, I had the option because growing up, my dad did do tattoos. Like, he was a tattoo artist, and he did offer to give me my first tattoo when I turned 18, so the option was there, but I'm very pain adverse, so I kind of didn't do it. But the command seal that I have as my sub badge is from one of his tattoos. Like, he had a dragon tattoo, and I essentially took the head part of it and scanned it and made the original command seal sub badge. So, in a way, I do have a tattoo from him. In a way. Shadow's Leap. Innumerable jet black streams rush out from Sakura's feet and cover the yard. And from within that thick, inky black, a knight wielding a dark, tainted sword emerges. Capture the Holy Grail. I don't mind if you get rough with it if it resists. The dark saber obeys without a word. Master Sakura Mato. There is no longer any doubt. It's clear what the shadow is now, and the fate of any servant it devours is in plain sight before them. Rin bites her lip. But then... also, in the country of traditional, you're just lucky to belong to a slightly progressive. I mean, you know, I can see some of the reasons for not wanting tattoos, but it is your body. If you want to do it, I say go for it. But, again, everybody's family is different. That's just my honest opinion. But I really do hope to, whenever I next cosplay in the Master uniform, I want to get some henna and do a henna tattoo of my custom command seal, you know? Something shadowy, far surpassing Rin's magical energy, lashes out at her in a merciless, lethal shot. She hits the ground rolling. The shadow that was shot out is on the same level as that black shadow. If she touches it, she's finished. Even the slightest graze will cause it to stick to Rin's skin and engulf her in the blink of an eye. And once that happens, if she's swallowed by the shadow that not even servants can escape from, then Rin, a bundle of magical circuits, would be absorbed entirely without being able to resist at all. I mean, there's a saying, good tattoos ain't cheap, cheap tattoos ain't good. And, I mean, I think tattoos that are in memorial to someone are not bad ideas. Like, tattooing a family member's name that passed, that's, I think, a very respectful tattoo that most places, I'm surprised, like most cultures, I'm surprised don't allow that, because it is a permanent remembrance of possibly an ancestor or something of the like. But again, that's just my opinion. Damn it, you. Tentacles shoot out at her in rapid succession. Rin realizes this isn't coming from the shadow, but from Sakura's own magecraft. The Mato magecraft specializes in binding others. But originally, Sakura was a Tosaka, a shadow wielder aligned with the imaginary numbers. She can manifest the shadow to this extent because of her two alignments. They catch up to Rin easily. The difference in their magical energy is overwhelming. Right now, Sakura's magical energy is limitless. Her capacity is 100 million units. From the perspective of Rin's 300 units, Sakura is a monster with a bottomless reserve. She controls Saber, who boasts the highest magical energy among the servants, and can freely use the shadow. It isn't clear if even a servant could overcome this extraordinary magic. Crap, her spells are simple, but the quantity is just overwhelming. Rin watches the transformed Sakura, her shoulders heaving with exertion. She has no choice of victory and no way out. And that's fair, J6. That is completely fair. This isn't even Shiro. This is Interlude. Shiro is not even here right now. It would be a different story if she had a power source on par with Sakura, the Holy Grail itself, but she doesn't. And yes, Gil has the most magic reserve since he was worth 3 heroic spirits. In terms of being a power source, there isn't anything in this world on the same level as a Holy Grail anyway. She sighs and drowns her anxiety with grumbling. Oh no, Nei-san. It's dangerous to stop there. Sakura doesn't hesitate to aim her palm at Rin. No, Shiro isn't narrating because Rin is being called Rin and not Tosaka. For some reason, Shiro does not call Rin Rin. He calls her Tosaka, so we know that it's not a Shiro narration. Honestly, it could be Ilya narrating right now. Because Ilya was here at the beginning, and she's kind of just off to the side watching all this happen at this point. True point, J6, true point. She has no mercy. Her lips curl into an arrogant sneer. Now, let's play some more, Nei-san. I'll catch you in the end, but try to be adorable and run around, okay? She smiles at her beloved sister. Rin knows this will end the way Sakura says. There's no escaping the shadow. If Sakura felt like it, she could engulf the entire lot, not just the yard. Rin is completely helpless against Sakura, who expands the shadow little by little. The shadow wraps around Rin. The gel-like mud binds her body, squeezes her tight, and infiltrates her magic circuits like a Bloodborne pair. Bloodborne! Bloodborne 2 confirmed? Do we get Bloodborne 2? I honestly don't know. Was Bloodborne 2 announced at the Video Game Awards? I know it was recently, and I know Clear Obscure Expedition 33 swept, but did they announce Bloodborne 2? That is the question. Damn. Oh, is that all? You weren't as strong as I thought. Sakura gleefully looks down at her captured sister. Her breathing is ragged and her cheeks are flushed. The sight of her sister smeared with thick oil excites... Sakura. Sakura. Okay. My thoughts exactly, Janice. Expedition 33 awards. Fair, J6, fair. I honestly I do own Expedition 33. And I have considered playing it on stream, but I decided against it, and I have played it on my own time, just because it is a game that requires a ton of focus. Like, it is parry simulator, essentially. The story is great, don't get me wrong, and I love playing games for a good story, but it is so hard to focus in when it comes to fights. And nothing is wrong with some Yuri, J6. Nothing is wrong with Yuri, but the sight of her sister smeared with thick oil excites Sakura, even though she's a female. See, that sentence right there is the issue. It's not the fact that it's because... Why is that? Even though she's her sister, you know? That should have been Sakura's thought process there. Just saying. The mud doesn't cover her face, as if to let Sakura enjoy her suffering. You little... Rin glares at Sakura, enduring the humiliation. But it only lasts for a few seconds. The mud working its way through her body oozes its way into her organs. I'll be eating you now. I've been looking forward to this. It's my first time eating magical energy from a mage. The gel-like shadows bind Rin tightly. The meal doesn't even last a few seconds. Delicious. I'm not even close to full, but that was satisfying, Nei-san. Rin's remaining magical energy disappears. It's over. Slumped over and struggling to breathe, Rin doesn't have the strength to resist. She has no way to resist, but... Can't let that happen unless I kill her here next time. She'll lose to her sister again. She doesn't have anything to base this hunch on. Rin has no way of overcoming this power gap. But somehow, Sakura is sure that the next time they fight, Rin will kill her for sure. So she needs to finish her off here. It would be too easy to simply neutralize her by taking her energy. She needs to end her here because Rin Tosaka would do the same. That's what Sakura tells herself as she spreads her trembling hand. Nei-san, Here. The shadow doesn't spread. With shaking shoulders, she looks at her weakened sister and... the last person she wanted to meet finally catches up to her. Interlude out. Interlude out. Shiro saves the day. Damn it, what's going on? Clearly something is happening in the backyard. So much of the nauseating, spiteful vortex of energy is leaking out that I can't even touch it. You don't need to be a mage to know that something's wrong. What? I thought I was ready, but I'm dumbstruck by what I find. Tosaka's covered in the shadow that looks like coal tar. Ilya's watching from the edge of the yard, and Saber's standing in front of her. And in the very middle, Sakura has a hand thrust out at Tosaka. I dash into the yard. I can't neglect any of them, but right now, Tosaka's the most... oh, no. Oh, no. Shiro, why? I didn't even have a choice here. Shiro made the bad decision on his own. She looks deathly pale beneath the coal tar, and her life will be in danger unless she gets help right away. Hey, get a grip, stupid. I lift her up, but she doesn't respond. Hold on, I'll get this stuff off you. I tear at the mud covering her. But despite it being a liquid, the mud behaves like elastic rubber. I can't get a decent handhold on it, and it bounces back as soon as I tear it off. What is it? What it this? What it this? Game! What it this? While S and T are right next to each other on the alphabet, they are at least 2 fingers separated from each other on the keyboard. That is not a mistake that should be made. Damn. Well done, J6, well done. I can't tear the mud off no matter how hard I try. In the chaos and confusion, I keep trying to pull the mud off Tosaka. Then... it's no use, Senpai. Only I can dispel my shadow. With your skill level, it'll only consume you instead. Sakura speaks in a cold voice I don't know. Your face. My scattered mind grinds to a halt. Sakura's neck. Something that looks like a tattoo is spreading over it. It doesn't look like it at all, but that's a command spell. Sakura's body is writhing with command spells I don't understand. What a surprise! You came so quickly, Senpai. But you must be panicking. You saw what happened to Ne-san, but you aren't scolding me. Not now. We don't need to talk about Shinji right now. Or Nissan. That was Nissan. Yeah. It can wait until you calm down. That's right. I need to talk to Sakura now. Sagan said all kinds of stuff, but he was lying. Sakura is still Sakura. So if we can just talk, she'll go back to... No, I don't want to talk about that. And I don't want to talk to you. I'm the only one who needs to speak. You, Ne-san, my brother, and all the people in town can't speak out against me anymore. My hair stands on end. This is worse than any chill. A sharp spike of extreme cold runs from my medulla down to the bottom of my spine, like a knife opening up my back. Shiro Emiya, you do not know what the medulla oblongata is. Do not even pretend like you know. Although, speaking of the medulla oblongata, a moment of silence. 2 moments of silence for 2 of my childhood, 2 childhood voice actors, aka voice actors that had big parts of my childhood, passed away recently. I don't remember their names exactly, but the voice of Sheen from Jimmy Neutron and the voice of Captain Quark from Ratchet and Clank have both recently passed, so a moment of silence. Okay. Legitimately, though, it is tragic that they passed. I, again, don't know their names, but Ratchet and Clank is a video game, not a show, J6. May the VA of Sheen meet Ultra Lord in the sky. Anyway, Senpai, why are you protecting my sister? For an instant, my vision goes blank. A shadow rises behind Sakura. The chill running down my back crystallizes into ice-cold terror, encasing my entire body. That's Sakura. When people told me that she's the shadow, I was able to bear it. But I can't deny what I just saw. All it took was a touch to melt my left arm. That emotionless killing machine slaughtering people all over town was Sakura. Excuse me. My throat feels tight. My eyeballs spasm and the world seems to warp and twist around me. I never read any comics. Every cell in my body screams in warning, and I desperately try to snap out of myself out of my frozen terror. But I can't. Sakura's presence is no longer human. No longer Sakura. I haven't been swallowed by this titanic magical energy yet. There's only one reason I can't move. Sakura's boundless bloodlust is directed at me. Well, of course it is, Shiro. Rather than rush to her, you rush to her sister. You've always been like that. You said you would protect me, but you never had eyes only for me. Yeah, Shiro is a bit of a horn dog, isn't he? That's alright, though. I wanted you because that's the kind of person you are. That was trippy. My vision warps. My mind is crumbling as I hear the words of this Sakura I don't know. It creaks in denial. It protests that this isn't Sakura. Forbidden thoughts bury themselves in my mind. Is it painful to see me here, Senpai? I know how much of a burden I am to you. You'll keep suffering as long as I'm here. That's why I need to disappear in front of you. Shadows dance. The ground of the backyard reminds me of a shadow puppet stage. But I can't. You're the only thing that's ever made me happy. And you can't stay away from me either. You can't betray yourself any further. Yes, so I'll kill you for your own good. That way we can be together forever. And you won't have to suffer anymore. The shadows reach for me. They swell into a wave bent on swallowing both me and Tosaka. In my battered mental state, I shove Tosaka away. The black wave descends on me. I don't even try to evade it. I was terrified. The mere instant I thought that this Sakura isn't Sakura anymore, the realization stopped me from moving my body. I know this. I've bathed in this darkness before. It'll shatter me. I couldn't withstand it for even 1 second last time. If it covers me while my mind is still blank, my mind will disappear before my body. My body withers. My body temperature drops to 0 in an instant. It's more suffocating and scary than I expected, so I move my body to try and get out. But I can't jump. There's no ground to push off of. I'm going to... Rider to the rescue! I come to my senses in the backyard. Purple hair fills my field of view. You knew Garfield at least? Well, that's good, J6. You. This was your command, Sakura. You told me to protect Shiro Emiya no matter what. Ryder rescued me from the black wave. Try not to move. If you stand up in that condition, you will lose consciousness. I'm not even thinking about that. On my hands and knees, the act of breathing threatens to knock me out. Oh, so you're going to oppose me, Ryder? Then I'll take you too. I ate something I didn't expect earlier, so I don't need any more servants. But I'll do to you what I did to Saber. Shadows rise. Sakura shrouds the entire yard in darkness. She isn't holding back anymore after Ryder's betrayal. The area around us is already covered in black. Ryder makes no sign of running, she just watches the creeping shadows approach like a criminal awaiting execution. That's enough. You don't need to do all this, Sakura. There's no going back if you swallow anything else. The shadow's encroachment pauses. What do you mean, Ilia's Veil? Exactly what I said. You can consume Ryder, kill Shiro, and neutralize Reen, but it's pointless to you right now. You're just wasting time, so why don't you stop the temper tantrum already? What is she doing? Elia's walking towards Sakura. You're here for me, right? Then let's get this over with. I'll come along peacefully, so leave them alone. Are you insane? All I want is your heart. You're saying that you don't mind me killing you? I know that, but I'm gonna get killed regardless, so it's pointless to resist. For now, you're the strongest one here. Ilia is calm. It's vexing. I muster my body and every shred of my frayed mind to try and understand what Ilia is saying, but I can't. So you're offering yourself up as a sacrifice, Ilia's Veil? Yeah, it's my job. But my dress isn't here. If you want to open the gate as a successor, you'll need to take me to my castle. And you've settled your scores, haven't you? There's no need to kill Shiro. You let that part of you in because you didn't want to kill anyone else, but now you're saying you have to kill them all? You're contradicting yourself, Sakura. Man, Ilia shutting down Sakura. The shadows recede. Even the mud covering Tosaka fades away as if it was never there. Fine, it saves me the trouble of looking for it myself. I don't know what you're playing at, but I'll go along with it. Her long hair sways. Sakura turns her back on us as if she's completely lost interest in me and Ryder. She starts to leave. Still on my knees, I call out to her. True enough. Don't come to me anymore. If I see you in front of me, I'll have to kill you, senpai. Sakura grows distant. I can't follow her or call out to her. Sakura's right. Your role in this is done, Shiro. It's my duty to take care of the rest. Sakura's going to take me away, so you can rest now. I can't even help Ilia. Bye. It's been fun. Big brother. I hear her bid me a sad farewell. Finally, I unfreeze. My uncontrollable shaking in front of the shadow, and my guilt for thinking Sakura was someone else finally stop. It's infuriating. I was so pathetic that I couldn't even take Sakura's hand. And that's not all. At the very end, I let Ilia make such a face when she called me her big brother. You dumbass! I run. I chase after them with reckless abandon, pushing through the nausea, the chill in my soup-like brain. Do not follow them. I'll kill you if you go any further. A black-armored servant stands in my way. She's been silent this entire time, and now she overwhelms me with her grim presence. Sword pointed at me. Move, Saber. I can't let them leave. And I can't let you go. I will not allow you to follow them. What could you do anyway, even if I did move? This is my last warning. One way or another, Sakura will obtain the Holy Grail. It's the only way to set her free. She will be saved, even if she dies as a result. If you want to help Sakura, then stand down. But if you still intend to chase her, then I will remove your head. Headhunting. The dark saber disappears. Sakura and Ilia are gone. They vanish from sight as if sinking into her shadow. I run out of the will to move my body. My arms and legs go limp like a puppet with its strings cut. Damn. I can't stay conscious. Is it just my vision that's going dark? The sight of Sakura being swallowed by the shadow is burned into my mind like an indictment. Oh? Well? That seems to have been day 14. I need to find a save that I can overwrite. Looks like I'm going all the way back to the original bit here. Strongest enemy can be overwritten, because I want to keep the first save intact. But that was day 14. No bad ends. Day 15 is going to be on the next FSN stream. But before I fully end things, I do want to go to the flowchart, just so that I can once more show just how much more Heaven's Feel is story-wise compared to the other routes. Alright, J6, I will do so. Yeah, if we go to the flowchart, like, so, Unlimited Blade Work starts then, and then there's this. So, day 4, there is more content in Heaven's Feel. Same thing with day 5. Fate barely has any content in day 5, comparatively. Day 6, day 7, like, compare and contrast here. It is so vast. Like, Fate barely has anything, and Heaven's Feel has so much. Oh, so much. Like, even compared to Unlimited... Like, look at this day. Hold up. Look at the stretch of this day compared to the other two routes. That's interesting, J6. And there's this day. It's even worse. And I mean, there's days where Unlimited Blade Works is almost as dense as Heaven's Feel, but the Fate route is just so light. So it's not really too... Okay. Oh, look. The most recent day is shorter in Heaven's Feel compared to the Fate route. That's a surprise. There's a single day where the Fate route is longer than Heaven's Feel. Wow. But with that nice little revelation, I think it is time for me to call the stream. So, there is still, as well, 5 bad endings left to get, and 2 endings. We will get them, hopefully, soon. For now, though, I've been Dragon. I hope you've all enjoyed today's stream. If you have, leave me some feedback in whichever way you so see fit. If you want to check out more by me, be sure to check out the channel here on Twitch or YouTube. Same name, same game. There's plenty of content for all to enjoy. And if you are watching on YouTube, please be sure to drop this video a like, comment down below if you have anything to say, subscribe to the channel, it helps me out the most, and it lets you know when new videos come out. And if you want to catch me live, check the description down below where there are links to the Twitch and Discord, where you can follow or join to get those live notifications. For now, thank you all again so much for coming out. I hope you enjoy. Have a fantastic evening, everybody.